Hello, hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am still continuing my reviews for Kevin Smith movies. And after that shitbox on wheels cop-out, I wanted to move on to something that hopefully would be better. This movie, Red State, is a 2011 film that was written and directed by Kevin Smith. I guess he wanted to sort of go back into his own form. But when you watch this movie, or even when I talk about the premise and the plot, this is not a return to form for Kevin Smith. This is something else entirely. The plot is we meet these three high school kids, Jared, Travis, and Billy Ray, and they find this woman on the internet who says, hey, I'll fuck all three of you guys at the same damn time. And the three of them say, okay. So they go to meet her in this trailer park, and I instantly go, this is bad news. This just doesn't seem right, smell right. I know when I was in high school I might have been, although I don't think I'd be that, desperate or in need to fuck that much to go into a situation like this. Of course, they get roofied. They wake up in this church. So it was a trap by this Baptist church, Christian church, and we meet this pastor, Pastor Cooper, who is so into his religion. I mean, to a point where these people, his family, this church, are killers. They go out and they round up and they kill people who they think are sinners, fornicators, gay people, just anyone that would go against their religion. They kill them just because. And by the end of the movie, this turns into a whole out war. A shootout, death. Man, this is my very first time watching Red State. And I was pretty interested in watching this movie because I heard that it was a different thing for Kevin Smith to do, that he was trying something different. I didn't realize it would be this different. My God, this movie, it wasn't like his usual comedies, and I will praise him for that. I will always praise any director for going out of their norm, for going away from something that they're kind of known for or comfortable for. Even if you don't like said movies, at least this guy is trying, and I'll always give somebody props for that. Now, when we meet the high school kids, Jared's played by Kyle Gallner, who I do like as an actor. You have Michael Angarno, who plays Travis, and Nicholas Braun is Billy Ray. These three kids are kind of just your average, normal high school kids, I guess. I'm sure there is a lot more high school kids, unlike me, who would have gone for something like this. So I guess you can't really call them fucking idiots. But I will say that when they're just chugging down beers that this woman is giving them, and, oh, oops, you find out it's roofies. It's like I didn't really feel bad for them. But I will say, because I thought they were idiots, but I will say that the scene where Kyle Gallner is in a cage and he doesn't know where the fuck he is, and then he realizes that, holy fuck, not only am I in this place with a bunch of fucked up people, but when he watches them kill a guy, like wrap him up and shoot him in the head because he was gay, you instantly can't help but put yourself in that kid situation and say, fuck! What would I do? I'd be fucking screwed. I'd be batshit scared. So on that level, I guess it kind of works. On just similar to Hostel. It's a situation where when you put yourself in it, and it's like, fuck, I can't do anything about this. So I will admit, on that level, it works. When you meet Pastor Cooper, played by Michael Parks, and this guy was a little too good as his character. I mean, look, I know if you are a religious person, if you're a Christian, do not watch this movie because you will just hate it based on principle alone. I don't think Kevin Smith is trying to say that every religion, every church, can try to say something about them. Although, you do know that some of these types of churches do exist. I mean, whether you're religious or not, I can at least imagine a scenario like this, or imagine Christians who are this fucking into it. I mean, hell, the God Hate Fags churches, this is kind of their mentality. Just as a basis for a group of villains or a group to be afraid of, I thought it was interesting. It was different. We get introduced to John Goodman as Joseph Keenan, who plays like an FBI agent who's been following this case on this church. And when he gets the call about something going on from the sheriff and with this church, he instantly is like, okay, I'm going to go and check this out. And then the movie just says, fuck you. We're going to blow everything up, or we're going to kill virtually everybody with this whole big shootout. And you almost just lose sense of the story because it's just random gunshots and random people's heads blown off and just random fucking deaths. And I'm sitting there like, what happened to the story? I was actually interested in the story. I was interested in this group of a villain. I was interested in these kids trying to get out of this fucking house. Like, after all of that, like during the shootout, basically, we get introduced to Shireen, who's played by Cherry Bashir. This is an actress I've never seen before, but she's your typical, like, you have a bad family, bad group of people, but she's the one, I don't want to say good one, but she's not as crazy and as into it as they are. So she's just worried about not even herself, she's worried about getting the little kids out of the house. And she's like, fuck, we need to protect the kids, we need to get them out, I need to work with Kyle Gallagher and try to get them out of here, I'll do whatever I have to do. And I was liking her arc. I was wanting to see what was going to happen. And then the movie just says, well, fuck you. We're not going to get to see what happens with that because that's not the story that they were telling, I guess. So I don't know. I guess I was a little disappointed towards the end when I saw what they were doing, when I saw just Kevin Smith killing off characters that I was like, what the fuck? This is the movie. This is the story. Okay. Overall, I don't dislike this movie. Overall, I think this movie, I guess works in some ways, but I didn't love it. I thought, especially towards the end, that it just sort of took great ideas and just went off the hill, went off the cliff. I wish it was better. I wish it had a better ending, because then I really could have got behind this movie, and I really could have been impressed by Kevin Smith. I thought there were moments of brilliance in this movie. I did, but overall, not the best, not the worst, just an okay movie. Okay. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Red State? Do you see what I'm talking about, or do you love it? Do you just hate it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!